I believe some of the most misunderstood parts of basics is pile work. Now, you can teach a puppy to run to a pile of bumpers and make it a game, and that's all fun and good, and that starts the process. But I want to make it clear, pile work is an extension of force fetch, okay? Now the pile will initially, well, first of all, the pile starts with a single bumper. That's not a pile, that's single bumper fetch. But when you add multiple bumpers, that becomes a pile. That happens right next to you, okay? So it happens right 3 feet from the dog. Now, first of all, you throw a bumper near the pile, then onto the pile. Then they fetch it, and sometimes they want to fetch the bumper you throw. Then they fetch the bumper you throw, and you discard that bumper, and now they have to fetch a bumper you haven't thrown. Those are all the beginning of pile work. Now, oftentimes people try to progress too rapidly. Question asked a little bit about what do you do when the dog's looking up at you when you're trying to line to a pile. You probably didn't do this part quite well enough, okay? When they've really bought into, I see it, I get it, I'm going for it, you probably tried to accelerate a little too rapidly because you were excited to get the dog to run 20 yards to a pile of bumpers when he really wasn't fetching the pile right next to you quite adequately. And I start to move that pile from right to the side to gently around to the back of the dog. Here's the other thing. This question gave me the impression that this handler was anxious to send the dog to the pile from their side too soon. The majority of my early pile work happens with the dog in a front finish position. In other words, he's in front of me, facing me, the pile is behind me. So I don't get that, I don't start that whole bugging. In other words, the dog looking up at you because he's worried about being sent, because I smooth out the whole process of a conviction to go to that pile before I ever go to my side. That's the best way to avoid that. Most people progress too rapidly or in too big a hurry. And that's why that stuff starts. Okay? So take your time and get it right.